What a moment. Another chaotic day at the Trump White House. And this time, it happened right outside the front lawn, where the administration's spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt, stepped in front of cameras, attempting to explain yet another legal setback. Today's disaster began with a stunning federal court ruling where major indictments tied to former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James were tossed out, not because of evidence, but because the judge ruled that Trump's appointed interim U.S. attorney was selected unlawfully. This ruling hit the Trump team like a shockwave. Minutes later, Caroline Leavitt appeared before reporters, insisting that the administration still believed their appointee was legitimate. Her tone was defensive, urgent, and every answer raised even more questions. When asked if Trump still had confidence in the embattled prosecute, Leavitt insisted that the appointment was legal. Accusing the judge of shielding political enemies, she framed the court's ruling as an attempt to undermine accountability, a phrase she repeated throughout the briefing. Then came the question everyone expected. What was President Trump's reaction to these indictments being thrown out? Leavitt responded by attacking judges, claiming partisan motives, and insisting the DOJ would appeal quickly. But what stood out was her tone, carefully scripted, yet filled with frustration. Moments later, another reporter asked whether Trump was now more determined to pursue charges against Comey and James. Leavitt insisted Trump wasn't going after anyone, but then immediately described him as more committed than ever to correct the wrongs of what she called the previous administration's weaponization of the justice system. The contradiction was obvious. Critics say this language edges dangerously close to openly endorsing retaliatory prosecutions, a move considered illegal and vindictive under U.S. law. Next, the briefing shifted to the increasingly controversial military operations off the coast of Venezuela. Reporters questioned the legality of which reportedly resulted in dozens of deaths. Leavitt refused to provide details, instead saying the administration was satisfied with the missions and would continue similar actions. Her smile while discussing future strikes sparked outrage online, as many observers argued that she appeared disturbingly casual about actions that international lawyers have described as potential war crimes. Even more concerning, the military's own regional JAG officer had reportedly warned that these strikes were extrajudicial, but was overruled by Trump-aligned officials. This revelation has intensified scrutiny around the administration's decision-making and its interpretation of international law. The press conference grew tenser when Leavitt addressed news that the Department of Defense was opening a military investigation into Democratic Senator Mark Kelly, a decorated veteran and astronaut. Kelly released a video reiterating a simple legal principle: service members must not follow unlawful orders. Yet Leavitt framed his statement as an attempt to intimidate the military. This escalation raised alarms, with critics warning that punishing a senator for restating established law is unprecedented and dangerous. Then came a bizarre moment. A reporter asked Leavitt whether Trump had spoken to former Brazilian President Bolsonaro, who had just been arrested. After allegedly attempting to flee the country, Trump had publicly claimed to have spoken with him the night before his arrest. Yet Leavitt stated she wasn't aware that any call occurred. The contradiction fueled confusion and speculation worldwide. The briefing also touched on the administration's shifting plans for healthcare reform. Earlier that morning, news outlets reported that Trump was set to announce a new proposal, possibly including temporary extensions to Affordable Care Act subsidies. But within minutes, the White House suddenly postponed the announcement. Leavitt gave no explanation, only saying the president would speak for himself soon. This pattern of sudden reversals has become a hallmark of the administration's policy communication. Next, Leavitt was confronted about Trump's recent comments suggesting the U.S. lacks skilled workers and should rely more heavily on foreign labor under H-1B visas. She denied Trump said this, but reporters quickly pointed out, and the internet remembered, that Trump had made those exact remarks in a recent interview. Once again, the administration's narrative collided with recorded evidence. Leavitt also defended the idea that all orders from the president should be presumed lawful a statement that sparked immediate backlash from legal experts who argue that this concept violates both U.S. law and the core principles of military conduct. Finally, the press conference ended with questions about Trump's recent meeting with New York Mayor Mamdani. Leavitt called the meeting positive and insisted Trump aims to be a president for all Americans, despite his history of inflammatory statements toward political opponents. As the briefing concluded, questions remained unanswered, contradictions lingered, and the public was left with more confusion than clarity. This chaotic communication style has become routine in the Trump White House, and today's briefing was yet another example of conflicting narratives and rapidly shifting positions. If you enjoy detailed breakdowns and independent political analysis, don't forget to follow the channel, support the content, and help us continue bringing you accurate, timely, and fearless reporting. Hit follow, subscribe, and share this video to support independent journalism.